I'm Pastor Jay. We're in Mark chapter 13, verses 11 through 20 for our Bible study. And Jesus has been talking about the nation arising against nation, the fall of the church, or the temple actually. He says, there'll be a time where brother will betray brother, father against son, son against his parents. And he said, don't worry about when they drag you into court. When they drag you in and start persecuting you. He said, don't worry about it, because he said, you have the Holy Spirit inside you. You will have it. This is when he's saying that, in Acts chapter 2. But he said, don't worry about what you're going to say, because the Holy Spirit will speak for you. He'll do all the talking. Because I've done it before. I've tried to think of, what I'm going to say, what I'm going to do. And it never turns out the scenario that's in my mind. That's why the Holy Spirit will do all the talking. He goes on, he talks about the abomination of desolation. That's the tearing down of the temple. That's when it's the Romans tear it down and make it, just flatten it. He said, and they tread upon it. Then there's going to be a time where you've seen that in history, where the Romans put their deities in their place, their temples on top of it. Because Jesus said, like he said over in the woman at the well in John, he says, there'll be a time where people won't worship the temple anymore, or on this mountain or on that mountain, because they were worshiping God from the heart. Thanks to Jesus, we do that now. He goes on, he says, don't worry about, this time. He talks about what's going to happen, where people will be running, and hiding and fleeing from Jerusalem. He said, because these are what they call the end of days for them, for the Jewish faith on that since Jesus came, it takes over. Now, are we supposed to rebuke the Jews and all this? No. Because as Paul talks, that we are grafted in, we are part of that Abraham's seed. And like he always says, not all Jews are Jews. Not all Christians are Christians either. Let's put it that way. So we have to put in our heart, what he's talking about here is what's going to happen to the temple, and what's coming is a new beginning. Him. That's what the new beginning was. That he's given his life for us, so that we can speak to God anywhere, not just on the temple, not just in a church, that we can speak to God directly.